It was a dark and stormy night, and the wind howled through the trees like a pack of wolves hunting their prey. The rain pounded against the windows of the old, decrepit house, and the residents huddled together in the living room, trying to ignore the eerie feeling that seemed to linger in the air. Despite their efforts to stay calm, they couldn't shake the sense of foreboding that seemed to grow with each passing moment. The power had gone out hours ago, leaving them in complete darkness, and they could hear strange noises coming from the upstairs rooms. At first, they tried to convince themselves that it was just the wind, or perhaps some small animal that had found its way into the house. But as the noises grew louder and more ominous, they knew that something far more sinister was at play. One of the residents, a brave young man named Jack, decided he couldn't take it any longer. He grabbed a flashlight and headed upstairs to investigate. The others tried to stop him, but he was determined to find out what was causing the strange sounds. As he made his way through the dark and empty rooms, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was watching him. He kept turning around, expecting to see a pair of glowing eyes staring back at him, but there was nothing there. Finally, he reached the last room at the end of the hallway. The door was slightly ajar, and a faint light spilled out from within. Jack hesitated for a moment, then took a deep breath and pushed the door open. What he saw inside sent shivers down his spine. The room was filled with strange, arcane symbols and markings, and in the center stood a figure draped in a hooded cloak. It was impossible to see its face, but Jack could feel its malevolent presence emanating from within the darkness. Without thinking, Jack turned and ran back down the hallway, his heart pounding in his chest. He burst into the living room, panting and out of breath, and told the others what he had seen. They knew they had to leave the house immediately, but as they tried to gather their belongings, they heard a loud crash from upstairs. They froze in terror as the figure in the cloak appeared at the top of the stairs, its glowing eyes fixed on them. There was no time to escape. They knew they were doomed, and as the figure descended the stairs towards them, they could feel its dark and ancient power emanating from within, filling the room with a sense of unspeakable evil. In that moment, they knew that they were not alone in the house. They were being watched by something ancient and malevolent, something that had been waiting for them all along. They were the prey, and it was a predator, and as it closed in on them, they knew that there was no escape from the horror that awaited them in the darkness.